10 minutes.
All right,
Oh.
you bloody vermins. It's time to get the Laughing Lich Corporation up and running.
Alrighty.
You have to do it in a pirate accent now, Dan.
Yes,
So-
scallywag.
So you scallywags in the deepest, darkest pits of the Rat
Mordor.
something kingdom, whatever this underground escape is. We had a lovely adventure last time, where my character met its one of his many unfortunate demises towards the end. Let's see. Oh God, what was the first thing that we found? I am trying to remember. Was there something that we did before we found the small child?
Oh, we
That
just
was actually
entered
pretty
the
quickly.
cave system.
Okay. Yes, so we found the small humanoid child that was lost in the woods while we were kind of sort of not lost in the woods.
Are we talking about the
And-
woods or the mines?
Well, I mean, the woods in the mines. I mean, isn't this kind of woody mines, or am I misimagining?
No, I see what you're saying. There's a lot of roots around here, so yeah, I could go for that.
And you know, they got lost from their tribe, and then you know, we valiantly fought off a bunch of insecty beasties for them, and then returned them, and they were skeptical but grateful before you know, we decided to go take on the larger giant buzz venom queen armored bumblebees. Oh yes, they were reptilian humanoids. I forgot about that little
Mhm.
little young scale that we found. The matrons, I don't remember us making any actually deal with them. She's just like, well, here's the problem with the insects, and thank you, but we don't trust you. Move along, please. And you know, then we got swarmed by the Hive Queen, as you can see in her or if I don't know if you're showing her on the stream, Jesse, but in her glorious golden bulging thorax.
Dear Lord.
I didn't need to hear that today.
Nope.
Well, I got to get acquainted with some of their thoraxes in a not pleasant way. And now I'm on the ground.
First of
Fine.
all,
Lying on
bulging
the
thorax
floor.
was my nickname in high school. Second of all, we did make a deal with the lady. She was going to show us where Big Baby Monster was last seen if we helped her take care of the mine issue.
And Kreshka, who is the kind of shaman / leader of the Stern Scale tribe, he led you to a place where the Stellarium ore is really concentrated. Like, it's a super concentrated section that these bees have really taken over. You also notice that his robes have little droplets of Stellarium on it. I believe Diov was able to recognize that they were actually of a constellation of sorts that made up a crown in a depiction or illustration. You also recall that there were these things that they called the Guardians, and they were these wisps of like bright mist that would just move around here and there around the mines, stop by a section of the vein of Stellarium, do something, nobody really knows what, and then continue on as if, and just paying you guys no attention. Like, have no, don't care in the world, whatever you are, whoever you are. But there were just
Rude.
wisps of these lights that just kept moving and moving. You guys agreed with Kreshka that if you help take care of these bees, Kreshka will take you to the section where the Grendolkin is known to also rest or nest or have its place in the old ruins of Seraphor. Kreshka also divulged some information about the city before this cataclysm occurred where all this vegetation grew, and his tribe were a people that were able to escape and flee to the mines and maintain a semi decent life away from the chaos that was the jungle and the predators that prowled there and diseases and such. And so that's how they have survived all these years. He did say that there was some contact with Seraphor, though they mostly remain isolated, just for the sake of, like, there's a lot of jungle in between them. But every now and then, Kreshka said that he would have a visitor here and there, or they would run into each other out in the jungle when he was making a quick venture to get some supplies and whatnot in the jungle itself. But they would be brief, very brief. And I think that's the general gist. Some of you, like Kaelor, are dead currently. Others are almost dying.
What? I thought everyone else was just almost dead, not dead.
No, yeah. Kaelor's the only one
We're
who's
only
dead.
mostly.
Yeah,
dead.
only
Yeah,
mostly.
my day was pretty much close, but we leveled up.
Yeah, he got saved by the bell. All right, so then let's go into it with some music. All right.
Pikachu,
And-
I choose you.
It does sound a little bit like Pokemon. And I do not have my stat blocks up immediately. So, any other comments or things that you guys remember from last session?
Kreshka is getting a +1 to Bhranti's stuff.
Good call. Very good call. Ooh, how about before we start, and so I can get my character sheet up, what does everyone get? Starting with Brad, what do you get for your level up?
I got 66 hit points to my
From?
maximum. For my epic invocation, which name would be lovely to remember, right off the top of my head, which I definitely do. Blood of the Outsider.
Blood of the Outsider. Cool. Diov, what do you get?
A couple different things. I got epic level spells, so I learned 3, can cast 2 per long rest. I also got a Mystic Arcana, or not Mystic, 2 arcane features, which basically means any evocation or necromancy spell that I cast level 1 through 4 is cast at level 5.
Nice. Bhranti, what do you get?
Sorry. I also got epic level spell slash. And there was like one other cool thing that I got, but now I cannot remember. Hold place.
Holding, please.
It has to do with your divine spark.
Oh, that's right.
Lights
Yeah.
my spark.
I get divine spark, which it makes me really. This is the one thing that I was kind of like confused by.
You can place it in the chat and we can look it over if you want.
Yeah, maybe you guys can like help. What's it called? Help me figure out what the fuck it is exactly talking about.
Sure. While we're doing that, Sam, what did you get?
I got combat stances and supplemental training.
What do combat stances do?
They're my bonus actions. I get bonus actions now, so it's basically I get another attack. Or it's like maneuvers, but different.
Okay, sweet. And Kaelor, what do you get?
I get. Where is it? I get epic spell casting and sorceress supremacy. So, sorceress supremacy. Yeah, sorceress supremacy.
Definitely not
that-
drow magic.
That definitely doesn't bode well for the drow. You choose 2 options from the following list, and yeah. So I get quite a few things. I still need to pick out what they are going to be.
Also, this is a dumb question. Does anyone know how to adjust your proficiency bonus on D&D Beyond?
I have a feat for that, yes.
Okay.
But we're still only +6, right?
I think
I
you
get
should
a
be...
+7.
What? Already?
Yeah.
They all are different. Like,
Or no,
Yeah.
I'm only oh sorry, I read the wrong line.
okay.
I'm sorry. My sheet's kind of funky. Okay, that was my bad. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Bhranti, as
Didn't
for
mean to
you,
freak you out.
how I read it is Divine Spark. There's probably a table as well as a list of things that you can choose what to do with your
Okay.
Divine Spark. So
I
probably
wasn't sure if it specifically meant like I had to ingest it to cast a spell.
You do. So
But I
it's
will.
you get one per
Yeah.
short rest. You can use a bonus action to hold on to it until you cast an epic spell, and then it uses it. But while you're holding on to it, you get the two benefits. You body radiates power. Yeah, no, everybody knows you're divine.
And then and if you would roll a 9 or lower on an attack roll saving throw ability check with the skill in which you're proficient, it is instead a 10. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I could basically cast an epic level tier 1 spell once per short rest.
That's what it looks like to me.
Okay.
all right, excellent. And then what spell did you choose, Diov, for your epic spell?
I learned 3.
Okay.
Hold on. Can't. Roided out Tinkerbell. Who's that?
Don't worry about it.
Dimensional Master. It didn't take my returns. Okay. You cast the spell, and as an action on each of your turn for the duration, you can teleport any number of creatures you can see within 60 feet to different unoccupied spaces you can see within the spell's area. An unwilling creature has to do a charisma save. Additionally, as a reaction to when a creature you can see in the spell's area uses a spell to magically teleport, you can force that creature to make a save to prevent that. Spell Magic Bullet creates a projectile that passes through any non-magical object or non-epic magical barrier and deals 100 force damage to the target. And then Spell Sequencer, select 3 non-epic spells you know 5th level or lower. The casting time of action or bonus action until the spell ends, which is 8 hours. You can cast all 3 selected spells as a single bonus action in the order of your choice. Spells cast in this manner do not expend your spell slots and do not prevent you from casting additional spells that turn.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, I only get to learn 3 this.
All right. And Kaelor, what did you learn for your epic spell?
Epic spell I have not picked. For my epic meta magic, I think there's really one choice of my spell list that I have to go with, and that's going to be Unyielding Spell. When you cast a spell that forces one or more creatures to attempt a saving throw, you gain 2 levels of Overload to force all the affected creatures to roll a 1 on their first saving throw against the spell.
Hot
Nice.
damn. That's insane. Definitely pick your epic level spell because they are stupidly overpowered, and you'll want them, I'm sure. So browse through those whenever you get a chance, as soon as possible. While you're dead, maybe. All right.
That's the plan.
Such optimism, Jesse.
So, these big boys, yeah, they're coming in hot. They're gonna fly in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, here we go. This is a stinger, and so they're going to attack Muad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You are lucky of those 2 natural 1s right there. Another 12, a 29, and a net. Wow. That's
hit
insane.
once.
You get hit once. You are already poisoned. So at the beginning of turn, you're going to take that poison damage. 1, 2, 3, 4 on Bhranti. 27. Natural 1. No natural 20s. What the hell?
Oh, what the hell? The other 3 hit.
All right, cool. Go
No
ahead and...
poison, so I'll take the piercing.
Sounds good. And with that, I believe it is the Venom Queen's turn. I don't remember if they got this, if they used this yet. I feel like they did as their... Yeah, we'll just roll it. All right, they did not get it back, so we will just ignore it.
Can anyone explain to me why there's this here? The square of...
That would be the worded out Tinkerbell, and he said, "Don't worry about it."
Okay.
I'm assuming it's his familiar.
All right, the queen is going to immediately get over Muad, make a bite attack on Muad.
Okay.
Silvery barb.
Oh.
Oh! Oh!
I
Oof.
am gonna need.
Hold on.
You're gonna need a moment to process this.
I need to find the spell. I need Dex save.
As a 22.
That is a failure.
Wow. 34 fire. Not immune. Minus 34. So you still take that 19 piercing, 22 poison. And then it is going to come up to Spider and make a tail slam with a 17 to hit.
Nope.
And a claw attack on Spider. 17. Oh.
No.
All right. Muad'Dib is now unconscious. That is a layer action on its turn. The creature is going to point to 3 different other creatures as a layer action, and they're going to move up to their speed right here without provoking an attack of opportunity. All right. And that'll be that. Bhranti. Muad is down.
Me. Oh, what's fucking new? Honestly. Jesse, by the way, my new HP is 227.
Good call.
Okay. Okay, Maud's down. Where the queen's... Is the queen dead?
Nope.
No, she's behind. Okay.
Kaelor's dead.
Yeah,
Yep.
I get that. I do. But these guys are gonna keep fucking attacking us until the queen is dead. So the queen needs to die.
I would like to remind you, you have divine intervention.
I'm aware.
Okay. Just
Save
save
it
it for
for
a
the
rainy
big
day.
I just, I just don't want to bother her with something so silly,
They're not worth my 9th level spell.
They're not worth it. Okay, we're gonna guiding bolt the bee lady, the boss.
Okay. 22 will hit.
So 36 radiant damage.
Minus 36. And she is now alight with the radiant energy of Guiding Bolt. Next attack has advantage.
Okay.
Next attack for anyone or just Bhranti?
Anyone.
Okay.
Looking good for you, Spider.
Oh my god.
Anything else, Spider? Or Bhranti?
Use you. I do not think so, no.
Spider, it's all up to you. Before your turn, though,
Okey-dokey.
the creature
Of
is
course
going
it
to
is.
do a tail attack on you with a legendary action. With its massive thorax coming down upon you, make a strength save, please, as you take 28 points of damage. You are prone. And I believe you're also frightened still?
She has Indomitable.
No, what's that? What am I?
I don't
What's that
know.
supposed to be? Normally, I make that thingy for frightened, but I'm not sure what it is. I can't remember the symbol.
Oh, some of them were blinded.
Blinded? No,
At the-
deafened. Deafened.
At the
Yes.
beginning, but I think that's gone away now. I don't remember.
No,
what
it goes
was
away
from.
on a long rest, and I believe you kind of bypassed it by Bhranti. Everyone is connected via
Yeah, telekinesis or telekinetic. Yeah, sure, whatever.
telepathic energies. All right,
There we go.
Spider, what are you doing?
All right, well, I'm gonna get up, use a free
Happy
action to
to.
flip her off, and I am going to go ahead and smack the bejesus out of her. This first one's gonna get precision maneuver bonus.
Oh yeah, so that is a 27 for 18 to hit.
Yep, and then it's gonna get a D12 bonus. I just have to get that going. Sorry, that's not helpful, but it's better than nothing. And then we're gonna hit her 3 more times.
13 and then miss. So
And
just the 13
then-
hits.
And then we're going to go for a bonus.
The 20
Action.
misses too.
20 misses. Yep.
I thought.
Oh wait,
shit,
no,
like-
19. You're right. Thank you. I forgot the legendary resistances brought it down. All right, we're good.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to use my combat stance called Sential Stance. And it is with perfect poise and patience, your strike foes when they least expect it. While you are in the stance, you can use your reaction to make a successful opportunity attack at the end of the turn that you gain an additional reaction that lasts until the start of your next turn. And as an action, you strike in a way to open a perfect window for your allies, allowing them to join in you in the assault. Make a single weapon attack or cast a spell that affects one or more enemy creatures. Each creature attacked or affected in this manner provokes an opportunity attack from allied creatures within reach. And the damage dealt by this epic strike is doubled.
Go for it.
I think Kreshka is the only one that has the ability to make a opportunity attack.
Yeah. Well, it's que sera sera, because I'm going to use action surge.
Yeah. I guess I'm
Um,
not gonna blow my epic level spell.
Nope. I just need to go through and click on things before I do things. So I'm going to basically rinse and repeat the same thing. So this first one's going to get a D12 if it hits. Because I can do before or after the roll.
Are these with advantage?
I don't... Maybe? Because technically Kaelor is right there?
He's dead. He's not getting any advantage.
Okay, well then that
so-
one doesn't
Advantage
count.
from a
But
plus.
then... But precision attack can happen before or after a roll.
Got
So...
it.
I'm only... It's only going to happen if it hits.
Go,
Just
go
going
for
to
it.
point that one out.
That'll hit. That will not hit. That will hit.
Okay. Then we get one of these guys, add that to the damage, and then that will be my turn.
Minus 34. All right, beautiful. At the end of Spider's turn, could you describe the flurry that you just did?
Basically, it's a mother's rage. She's just, like, very primitively yelling, but the amount of precision in her attacks is kind of a little creepy. Like, how much did your teenage kids cause issues for you, Spider? But and then she just looks kind of past the queen, huffing to see what the swarm in front of her is looking like with Muad and Bhranti.
All right. It is Diov's turn.
Did you want to resolve that tail slam?
Yeah, tail slam. 24 to hit Spider, 35 points of damage.
Fine.
And make a strength
How much?
save. 35
35.
points of damage and make a strength save.
Give me 2 seconds.
You save. You're not prone, but you still take the damage. Diov.
Flip the bird.
Yeah, I was gonna move out and just begin to whip his hands around in motion. 2 hypodermic needles dislodge from his component pouch.
Ew.
One of them flies up and sticks into his neck, and the other one flings forward and hits the queen bee in the stomach. And well, maybe.
Oh, it absolutely
oh,
is.
So lovely. All right,
Right in the belly button.
Life. This is called Life Tap. This is a black staff spell. So this is gonna 50 damage, necrotic. Plus 6. So 56 damage necrotic, and I heal 56 points.
Bravo. Good job, sir. I might,
Did you say
Handy.
56?
Yeah, 56 necrotic. It doubled because of the net.
Gotcha. I'm just wondering where that 6 comes from.
Oh, it's plus my charisma or my intelligence modifier.
Got it.
On top of that, because Diov is done with Queen Bee over here, he simulcasts a first level magic missile at it, which
1.
which becomes a 5th level magic missile.
1. I think there's no way, even if they all get ones. How would you like to kill this queen?
After he saps its energy, the hypodermic needle flies back to him, and his other hand shoots forward. 11 missiles come out and just they match. As Kreshka looks on, they hit and burn in the same insignia of the crown on its thorax. And then as the thing falls, there's like a flash of his control magic for magic missile as it like cycles through all the different types of elements that he can change the magic missiles into.
All right. As the queen dies, you guys watch as a puff of smoke pheromones are released, and these bees understand that the pheromones mean they need to do whatever they can do to protect their queen, who is very much dead. But they make a last-ditch effort, and they are going to sting Spider with a 24, a 19, and 24 Spider.
The 224s hit.
Roll con save twice.
Okay. How much damage is that, though?
25 and 35.
35? Okay.
25 and 35.
Oh, 25 and 35. Okay.
Yes. And then make 2 con
Give me
saves.
2 seconds. I'm just trying to keep up the damage counter accuracy. Ooh, I'm not looking good.
And then
Con
make 2
saves?
con saves. Yep. You have been poisoned by the lingering poison.
Lucky me.
Just a reminder, you have Indomitable 3 times per long.
That's
Would you
true.
like
We're
to
gonna
use it?
yes.
You save from the first and you save from the second.
I cannot afford to get poisoned right now.
Sounds good. All right.
And then that 28 damage is my animated objects hitting this little fella down here.
28 points of damage.
Yep.
Excuse me. Muad Dib, you are dead or dying. Roll that death save.
Are we still doing hidden?
You can't what?
Are we still doing hidden?
Sure, why not? That's the fun. For me.
Whisper. Is it whisper slash or slash whisper?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Slash W.
Slash W.
There's also a button on your dice rolling.
What?
For anybody that hasn't watched this before, we do all of our death saves hidden to the DM, so the rest of us don't know where you're standing.
I am.
We are waiting patiently for Brad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give him a minute.
Kaelor is still dead.
Fuck it.
Sorry.
I'll figure it out.
Oh, it's /DM roll, I think,
Yeah, that's it.
or something like that. God damn it, I don't know what.
If you also go on the dice roller on the left, you just click on the on GM roll and then click a d20, and that'll do it.
Yeah, it's /GM roll if you ever want to just type.
All right, he just rolled it, and ouch, that sucks. All right, Kaelor's dead.
That
and
was a
then that
save.
is.
I still get a turn.
Oh wait, do you? What?
My familiar is not dead.
Did you summon your familiar?
Yeah, I just never use them, so it's effectively there but not there.
Sure, I'll allow it.
Go buff Tinkerbell.
Roided out tank. It's a Fae, and I haven't thought of a name, so I thought it'd be really funny.
You hoist my master.
Oh,
Oh.
boy.
I am okay. I need this boy to make a con save.
16.
Oh, thank God. Something.
6 points of damage as the buff Tinkerbell reaches out a spectral hand and collapses one of its wings. Anything else?
Hoping for living, I guess.
All right. I'm going to roll a percentage dice. We're going to see how many of these bad boys stay. 5%, aka one of them is going to stay. The others are going to fly upward towards through the shaft. There's a massive shaft right here, I should mention, if I haven't mentioned already. I think I mentioned that. Oh my gosh. So these guys fly up immediately. And this guy is getting out of dodge. This guy is
Can I
getting
get
out of dodge.
opportunity attacks since they're leaving?
They have flyby, so let me see. The venom wing drone doesn't provide opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach, so no.
Boo.
But this guy, this one poor 5%er, the last person,
Brave
he's the
little
sim.
soldier.
He's my queen.
my queen, is going to attack with a 27
Lady.
on 21 or 22 points of damage on Spider. Go ahead and roll a con save, Spider.
Why is that drone wearing a fedora? He has a katana too. What is going on?
You are now poisoned unless you have one more use of Indomitable.
Fuck it, we're gonna use Indomitable.
Fuck it. We're past the 10-minute point. That is a pass. And you are not poisoned.
No, but I am not looking good.
Bhranti.
Okay. All right. Hold please. Let me see
Hold
something.
please.
This the baddie? Yeah.
The last guy.
Beautiful. Ting. And then I'm going to stab this thing a lot. Yes.
Those will hit. Bhranti, how would you like to do this?
She just sees poor Spider getting stabbed, or well, stung by this one stupid fucking bee left, and she just looks over her shoulder, looks at Muad, looks at Kaelor, and just goes, "Okay, hold on," and she just runs. Is like, "Please die!
Just die already."
You're killing all my friends."
I should mention, Muad, on the beginning of your turn, you took lingering poison damage, so you do take a death fail, just so you're aware.
Okay. But I'm resistant to poison.
I mean, okay, you take half damage, you still take a death fail.
You take a half of a death fail rounded up.
Yes. Wait a minute. Spider, it is your turn. You see a friend dying.
And you're expecting me to know how to... I'm not a cleric.
Would you like to skip your turn?
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Do you have any potions? Do you have a medicine check to stabilize him? Do you have?
I can try
do you want to
medicine.
suck his wound from his poison?
Not
He got hit in the
really.
dick.
Not
why it's
really.
engorged.
It
Imagine
smells like
Dip
funky
with
cheese.
one closed eye. Like, yeah, right there.
Fuck it, I'll
right
try
there.
to. I will try to suck the venom out of him and
Oh, God.
do. You know what? I've had
Gotta
to
get a
change
lot of
dirty
oil with
diapers
that.
for years. This is.
What's your
it's
medicine?
no worse.
What's your medicine?
It's a +2.
Mine's the same.
Do
Since we're back to back, can I give her the help action by casting a mage hand and just
Absolutely.
like patting her on the shoulder?
Thanks,
I
Where
love
did our
it.
Diov.
Tinkerbell will help?
It's like mage hand's doing the compressions.
Thanks, Diov.
All right, Spider, give me the medicine check. That's a 16. Unfortunately, it is not enough to prevent the
I'm
poison.
not surprised.
It would have stabilized him, but you didn't save to stabilize. So Diov, that was pretty much your turn. Muad'Dib, you take another fail because of the damage, and now roll a death save.
Come on,
you
you
make
got
this
it.
You don't have to make this GM. Make it public so we can all see it. This will
Can
be
my familiar stabilize me?
because they do have a medicine check. So yeah, why not?
Do
Let's
it.
try it.
Do it.
Or they have a spell
God.
that will remove poison.
Or a spell that
Nah.
removes poison.
That would be a useful thing to have, wouldn't it?
Medicine is a wisdom check for the record.
It uses my stats, so
All right. Shockingly, you are stable. Could you please roll a d20 just to see what you would have gotten?
roll me the schmuck.
All right, you're fine. So it would have been fine. So he is stable, but dying because he still has lingering poison, which he will take at the beginning of his next turn. Kaelor is dead. The spiders are gone. Bhranti, back to you.
You need
All right.
stabilization, Bhranti.
Yeah. Okay.
I try, man. Barry
Bhranti
did
is
more for
kind-
him than I could.
she's kind of just has like her hands in like a tent pose over her face, just like watching the shit show of the spider trying to save him.
I
And
try.
she goes, after this, everyone is getting a basic education and rune preparation. Okay, great. Let's see. Would mass cure wounds help Boy Wonder? That's dead. I don't think it would, right?
No, you need a
I didn't.
revivify or a restoration.
Okay, we'll
At
do
least
that.
I didn't get disintegrated.
No,
I
you
cast
did not get
disintegrate.
disintegrate. Okay. All right. Everybody get closer to me. I need everybody within 30 feet of me, please.
I'm gonna lift up Kaelor and carry him over.
Weekend at Bernie's him over.
Hmm.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Sure.
Everybody gets 33 HP.
Oh,
Except for
thank you.
Kaelor.
Except for Kaelor. Sorry, Kaelor.
The
I will
lingering
take it.
poison is still lingering.
I do think I have removed poison. Let me.
Either a
Lesser
medicine
restoration.
check.
double-
Either a medicine check or, a remove poison will do it.
If you want help, I can try. I can't guarantee. it's
Lesser
gonna be
restoration will
much.
do it too.
Yep, that too.
What is Let's Restoration? Level third
2.
level? Ooh. Let's see. Do it. I have it. Shoot, I have it.
What about Crash Kid? Do they have any anti-venom?
Come here. And Kreshka quickly is gonna roll a medicine check.
Fuck off.
Not working very well. Hold on, let me try again.
Okay.
You're not used to people, are you?
No, he's not used to Robot Man.
I thought he was
you-
doing Kaelor.
To the mass cure wounds, Muad'Dib, you get minus 13, so you're at 20, but you are then stabilized and are okay.
Wait,
It's-
so is the poison gone?
Poison is
Okay.
I'm
That's
just
all
gonna
I need to know.
look over at Kaelor and be like, "Ooh, Levitolbane."
I will also go and okay, actually, can I have done something different? Can I have revivified him and then cast Mass Cure Wounds?
Sure. And it makes
Okay,
sense that Muad would have lost that health then, because you would have used your
Yeah,
action to do
so
that.
I will revivify Boy Wonder so he has 1 hit point, and then I Mass Cure Wounds, so then he's at 34 hit points, and 300 GP worth of diamonds are gone. I forgot that there's all these little mod dibs over here, but I think they're all dead.
No, those are my animated objects, and as soon as the fight was over, I sent them up the shaft to just destroy any like nests that they had been making up the shaft.
Yeah.
And then
You
just
guys-
see chunks of nest fall to the ground.
Yeah, as you guys watch them go up or listen to them, you hear as it hits the metal iron ore that is the stellarium, that it is hitting the stellarium that the bees have nested in.
Any pieces fall down?
Tons of pieces, little shards.
How big?
Can I
are
go
the-
in and collect some?
Sure, you could absolutely collect probably a handful of them.
Okay.
And on the central column, there were just full on these stellarium honeycombs. Right?
This central column looks like a solid piece of stellarium.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's quite massive, several tons.
All
Normally,
right.
you just see veins and whatnot, but this is immense.
Well, you weren't kidding, Krishka. This is a very impressive vein. And is
I'm
this
so
the
sorry.
main vein?
As far as we know, this is the main part of stellarium that we have in the mines. It seems to be a little bit too resilient for our tools to handle, and so we mostly focus on taking parts of the smaller veins that come out. As he points to like one in the wall, it's much thinner, and this right here would be an ideal spot for us to harvest the stellarium. But that over there, we do not have the means or machinery to extract it.
Do we have a minute? Do the boys need to take a moment?
Maybe.
Right.
Kaelor was having deep thoughts about what could have possibly gone wrong this time, and he decided he would do some epic spell learning of how to bravely run away via translocation.
Nice.
Me and up to 20 willing people
Yeah.
within 30 feet of me can run away.
It's a great spell.
Can I go around? I don't want to say snapping off. Collecting mandibles from the bees.
Sorry, was blowing my nose. Say that again?
Can I go around grabbing mandibles from the bees?
Sure.
Why do you need mandibles?
Well,
Why are you collecting
one
those?
first. One first, and then I want to try something.
Yeah, I was also gonna try something too while we're resting.
Did the bees make any honey?
Yeah, it seems like there is some sort of a viscous fluid all around.
I'm gonna grab a spare vial and use Frostfang to kind of like
collect the fluid from the
decap.
vein.
Yeah, decap a honeycomb.
Also, another 40 HP for the group.
Hey, nice.
Thank you.
All right, Spider gives the vein a vasectomy and get some fluid out of there. And yep, go ahead.
Okay, I would like to try. Can I polymorph myself
Into
one of the dynamite beetles and try and carve out a section of that stellarium?
Okay. So you guys watch as Diov polymorphs himself into one of the dynamite beetles and begins to try to burrow into this stellarium right here.
Yeah.
As you watch him begin to burrow, He makes a tiny little divot, but after about like 10-20 minutes of this, it's very hard to get even further. But you do seem making a little bit of progress. What's your goal for this?
Well, you had said that they seem to be able to burrow through the Stellarium like butter. So my plan was to try and cut out like a sizable chunk, at least sizable enough that we could carry it, with us. Obviously, it can't be like 3-ton block, but I don't know,
How
like
big do you want?
maybe like a softball size. I'm not sure like how much we would need for anything.
Over the next several hours, if Diov would like to take on this feat, Diov the Bug begins carving out a section of the Stellarium, and after a little bit of time, Spider, you grab on hold of the like chunk that is mostly carved out. You give it a good tug, a good pull. Give me an athletics check.
Oh dear.
While this is going on, I would like to try one of the bee mandibles on the Stellarium as well.
Spider, as you do this, you grab and pull, and out comes a softball section of Stellarium. And it is heavy. Like, we're talking 50, 60 pounds for just something as small as a softball. As for Muad'Dib, as you take the mandibles and put them up against the Stellarium, doesn't seem to do much. You're not certain as to how these creatures were able to morph the Stellarium to their favor, but doesn't seem to be this way.
How
Can I do an
much did it
intelligence
weigh?
check?
Yeah, you may do a nature check, actually. How much did it weigh? Like 50 to 60 pounds for a softball
Okay.
size.
We'll
Yeah,
just go
very
50.
dense. Do you want to give it to Diov?
I'll just keep it.
All right.
I can carry it.
I'm adding a plus D10 to that.
All right. With that 20, you recall Kreshka told you during the last session that the Stellarium seems to do well with resonating magics that have to do with sound wave resonation. Bees are very good at buzzing at particular wavelengths. You presume that may have to be a factor in this.
As I just burnt 2 4th levels to do it for 2 hours. So, as I pop out, I look at the ball and I look at Kreshka and I say, how long would it take your team to mine something of that size?
Of that, we probably couldn't mine anything like that. We again would stick to the smaller veins, grab what we can when we need, and not take any more. We really only use them for protection on our cloth. We don't really have a means of creating armors like what you have, but adding a little bit of Stellarium to our cloth does seem to do something.
Care to elaborate?
In ways of protection, the Stellarium, these little droplets that you see on my cloth, on my garments, they seem to prevent magic from passing through them. And in a jungle full of magical creatures, it seems to do well against them, at least for protection purposes.
So does it give you like advantage on saving throws against spells or something?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, yeah. I'll
I'm
give you
gonna-
the help back.
Got it.
I'm gonna turn to Diov and be like, dude, I can wear any kind of armor. This would be so awesome. Not too sure.
25?
With that 25, yeah, you're pretty certain it has to do with magic resistance.
Well, that's pretty cool.
We could all get armor.
Yeah, I mean, not that
Like
we need to
maybe
turn...
not like a whole suit, but we could like help protect people a little bit better.
And not that we need to turn this into a mining expedition, but I do have the ability to turn myself, or to turn up to 10 people into these creatures if I was able to do that in 2 hours by myself. Imagine what 10 of us could do in an hour.
I think
Right.
it would be worthwhile, especially as a bargaining chip, to get supplies here since inflation is up the wazoo.
I would also like to just like have a quick come to me for a moment with all of you, but specifically the two who are the squishiest of us, but felt like it was a good idea to run straight into danger. I, in case you weren't aware, am not a life cleric. I will not be spending our time adventuring, resurrecting you, and keeping you alive. Okay? So be more responsible with your life, or I'll let you die.
You better listen to Auntie Bhranti because she's not joking.
I've definitely seen her leave dozens of people to die.
Fuck around and
How does
find
Kaelor
out.
and Muad respond?
Poison. At least a nod,
That's
a head
awesome.
nod.
Yeah.
I should have spent more time as a shadow.
Right. Well,
Should have spent
also
more time as a thought.
perhaps don't
Ah,
run directly ahead of the two people. I kind of point to Spider and myself, who could at least absorb some of the damage. You've been off on your own, and I had to choose the better of two evils to save, and so our group that didn't put themselves in danger got to be saved, as opposed to the two malleable muffins.
Delicious.
She also is a very
okay,
good baker.
malleable muffins. Now I'm certain I'm in the wrong dimension.
No, not yet. Two.
Might be.
Speaking
Later.
speaking of the wrong dimension, are we planning on spending the rest of the
Returning?
day hanging out and taking a rest before we try and take on a being of a monstrous size and whatever it
I
calls
think
them
that
up?
would be. I think that's a great idea.
Oh God. Wait. Go ahead. Go ahead.
With what?
What were you gonna say, Kaelor?
An idea occurred to me that maybe I should have picked a different epic spell for this. As far as I know, which ones I eventually want to get, but oh, that.
Well, you ain't used it yet.
Well, what was that one called again?
So I mean, Kreshka, yeah, first of all, you and your friends are. I know you have your own village, but you're welcome to join us tonight in my abode. And of course, we would be remiss if we didn't offer you the chance to get a little bit more solarium. I know you take what you need, but it's possible if we were to make a run at this vein here. Number one, it seems to be the less of the solarium that's around, the less chance that these creatures would come and try and nest here. But also, you might be able to make a weapon or armor for your most trusted soldiers to better help your tribe survive out here.
We are not soldiers per se. It's mostly for survival, as you said. But I think I could agree with that. Yes. Let me gather some individuals and see if we can polymorph them into the beetles that you say. Are you able to polymorph them into, say, one of those drones?
Yes, I hadn't actually thought of that. If they are more more adept at shaping this, then yes, we could do that.
And what would you like out of this?
I say we do a split. I mean, if you're bringing 5 people, we're bringing 5 people. Let's say a 70-30 split.
70 to whom?
Well, to us, it is our magics that are allowing this to happen.
Roll persuasion. He's skeptical. He kind of wants it a little bit more fair than that. Even though it is your magic, they have been surviving with the Stellarium for a while.
Cool.
It's going to be a DC 12. It's pretty low.
I'm just saying if I had anything that would boost it.
I can help intimidate.
Guidance.
Okay, guidance. All right. I was gonna say I would have Archimedes raise his owl eyebrows to give me advantage, but I don't think that works.
Oh,
Hey!
Jesus.
Wow.
Tell
Two
me
natural
why
20s.
it's Diov with the charisma
Maybe
rolls that get me
not
20s when my
the
charisma character couldn't roll shit for persuasion.
I think that's fair. Yes, you did, in fact, help us clear out these caves, so I think that is just rewards. Let me gather some individuals, and I will be back hopefully within the hour. And he heads off into that direction as he says, and take a rest while you're waiting for me, and I will show you where the Grendelkin nests in the library in the ruins.
Nice.
And so he heads off. You guys may take a short rest if you so desire.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely.
Yes, please.
Kaelor, you were saying something about your epic level?
You know, as much as that my survival spell would be useful, I think what would be more fun, and also particularly more fun for this session, but also in general, would be to go with Enigma Mask.
That
What's
sounds
that do?
fun.
As a part of casting the spell, you must fabricate an entirely new character of the same size and type as the affected creature. You determine the character's name, personality, background, alignment, and any other details which you wish others to know the character. For the duration of the spell, the target has a +10 bonus on charisma ability checks to maintain its persona and convince others of its validity. The first time another creature perceives a target, it must attempt an intelligence saving throw. On a failure, it's completely convinced of the target's persona, even if common sense would indicate otherwise, and it has epic disadvantage on charisma and ability checks against the target. An affected creature will even fabricate false memories to stretch reason to ridiculous degrees, if necessary to believe the persona. If the true nature of the target is revealed through incontrovertible proof to the affected creature, the effect ends.
I hopefully don't see where this is going, but I think I do see where this is going.
Alright.
So you grab that. Got it.
Yes.
And yeah, remember your plus con to your rolling. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll and take a short rest. Let me know when you're done.
Since I don't have to rest right now, would it be possible to do an Arcana check on the Stellarium? Because we know it has anti-magic properties, but I'm thinking about like the properties of imbuing it with magic, so like enchantment-wise.
Sure. Give me an Arcana check. 21. All right. So, let's run down the list. And I'm going to... So, extraordinary hardness. Stellarium is exceptionally hard, making it difficult to mine or manipulate without the appropriate tools or skills. Weapons or objects made from Stellarium are incredibly durable. Anti-magic barrier. Stellarium possesses unique anti-magic properties similar to lead. It can block or prevent magical energy from passing through it. This means that spells, enchantments, and magical attacks are significantly weakened when they pass through or are directed at Stellarium. Celestial resonance. Stellarium resonates with celestial energies. enhancing the effectiveness of certain divine or celestial spells when cast near it. Healing and protective spells, in particular, are more potent when channeled through or around Stellarium. Astral conductivity. Stellarium is highly conductive to astral energies, making it an excellent material for the creation of magical artifacts, such as scrying mirrors or portals to other planes of existence.
Fuck yeah.
It can facilitate communication with celestial beings or beings from other realms. Planar magnetism. Stellarium has a unique magnetic quality that attracts creatures and objects from other planes. This can lead to unexpected encounters with extraplanar beings or the accidental displacement of items across dimensions when in proximity to the metal. Concentration aid. When used in meditation or arcane rituals, Stellarium can help mages and scholars concentrate and focus their magical energies, making it a sought-after material for magical practitioners. And I will copy and paste
You
all
are
that.
kidding me. Diov is making a throne out of this shit. No, the first thing that I thought of was like, you know those like jewelry hand pieces that where it's like a cuff, but then it has chains that go out to little caps for each of the fingers?
Yeah.
I was thinking
Yes.
of that for Bhranti. As soon as he said the divine stuff, I was like, oh, that's so a Bhranti.
I got magic fingers.
That's super cool. Yes, well, I'm sure we can find someone willing to craft something for us back at the city, or perhaps we could find a book on the smithing of Stellarium in the library.
If you keep bringing it up, we're not going to go.
Like, maybe you're not going to go, but I'm going to go.
Simply out of spite.
But we do have a very talented smith in our fellowship, as it were.
Very
who
far
could-
away from us.
Well, it's a blink of an eye for the folks like you and me, though.
Eh, shut up. Some of us can't do magic.
But some of us can't punch things really hard either.
Well, if you don't go to the gym, yeah.
I read about gyms in my books. Cool. That's super cool information. Yeah, definitely glad we figured out a way to get some of the. That's also like really like if we did verify that this is the same stuff that the star coins are made out of.
I believe you guys rolled, but it was inconclusive.
Okay. Well, because if this is the kind of thing that star coins are made of, that's really stupid because you're carrying around something that can bring planar entities from the stars and other planes to you just by having it on you, and you have a fucking pocket full of it for buying beer. Like, stupid.
I will say,
Well, some of us don't need magic to find joy in life.
with that Arcana check, you brought out your star metal coin, and you compared and contrast. They are different metals.
Okay. You're like, come on. That was so stupid.
Now that you had the softball to like compare and contrast, yeah, you were able to tell that they are different.
All right. That's all I wanted to do.
All right. Before Krushka gets back, anything else from anyone else?
Can I install the small piece of Stellarium I was able to grab earlier?
Sure. Install them how?
Do you want help?
In my chest.
So in
no.
terms
Tony Stark?
In terms
Well-
of storing them, yeah, you can easily store them in your chest. In terms of installing them, it seems like you're going to need a lot more heavy machinery or magics to do it.
Well, I mean, I got like golden embossments. Just kind of dig some of that out, put it in instead.
Sure. It doesn't feel like it's part of you yet, but you can just keep it there for good looks.
I'll get there eventually.
Mm-hmm. All right. With that, Kreshka returns with a group of individuals, and Kreshka just says, "All right, I actually brought 10 individuals. If you would like to let them continue with the mining while you all and I go to the library if you want to save time.
I want to do an insight check to make sure he's not trying to screw us
Yeah.
over. Bhranti,
Yeah.
assistance.
Kreshka is a simple man that seems to believe that helping others is the right way. And this is exactly what he is planning on doing. Just helping.
Okay.
Okay.
I just I can barely trust my kids, so trusting others is hard.
I will
Of
leave.
course,
I'll leave Archimedes here in case they need to communicate with us.
good call. Also, keep Archimedes if you see anything that is not supposed to be here. Give us a call.
Who are you gonna call? Us crazies.
Yeah, mass polymorph on the lizard folk and turn them into drones.
All right. As they begin to turn into drones, you can see them immediately attach themselves to the stellarium, and as they do, you can hear their buzz, and you can see the resonance energies from their buzzing slowly but surely begins to melt away little bits of the stellarium. Now that there are 10 of them going at it, it seems to be putting in a decent dent over the next 10 or 15 minutes as you just watch in awe at these drones at work. And as they do it, they're actually forming about softball-sized honeycombed items, such as
Nice.
the ones that you saw in those pictures.
Kind of like putting, dust on a subwoofer. The sound waves are creating the honeycomb.
Sure. I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure.
Does anybody else know what I'm talking?
Kind of?
Yes. Cool video.
Okay, I'll send it to Jesse.
All right. So you guys continue on and begin heading outward of the caves. And let me transport you outward. Now, I, again, had to recruit a very expensive, famous artist to show a depiction of what you are
Not
about
this
to see.
bitch again.
I mean, truth be told, we were lucky they even took the commission.
Facts.
And there you go.
Mhm.
You guys are technically still deaf except for Bhranti, but you're communicating telepathically. How Kreshka communicated to his workers, we'll
We're
figure
on
that out
the
later.
same map.
Thank
Yes,
you,
there we
because
go.
I'm a big dum-dum.
You're not big dum dum.
No,
You're
don't
just...
talk about our friend like.
Oh,
So where's this
Alright.
library?
So pause. Let me do.
You took us to the woods.
So you guys come out from your cave and you can see the jungle as it were before. It's probably around midday by this point. And as you emerge from this particular section, Kreshka just says, "Now wait and listen for a moment." Would anyone like to make a perception check?
Oh yes, I would.
Sure. I can assist.
Bhranti, with that 32, you listen. It's quite vibrant. Lots of birds, lots of insects. You hear what sounds like the scurrying of smaller, medium-sized creatures through the forest. Nothing that will harm you. Probably something that like eats vegetation, like a rabbit or a jackrabbit, if that's a thing. an Elmiraj is what they're called, I think. But anyway, like they're all around. There's little creatures here and there, insects chirping, birds chirping, and whatnot. And it's a pretty lively jungle. As Kreshka listens as well, and just said, well, he can't listen because he's fucking deaf. That's why. So he asked Bhranti to do it, and Bhranti, you communicate what he hears, and he says, "All
Okay.
right. Yep.
I will also say that since Muad and Kaelor died and then came back, wouldn't their healing be returned? Or their hearing?
Yeah, I'll allow it."
I was like, it's kind of a full rest. In hell.
So, Kreshka just says, "All right, if that is the case, then we can continue moving on, but we must move quickly and quietly."
Oh god. Stealth it up.
Everyone, stealth checks.
I prefer not to do that.
So what you gonna do?
I'm still gonna do it. I just
How far is it between here and the library?
Not far, but I would prefer to not make any noise if we can prevent it. Which it seems like we cannot prevent it.
I'm sorry.
You know what? A 14 is a perfectly respectable roll, Jack.
It's the highest one out of all of you. Kaelor, go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay. Oh god.
He gets the best stealth generally.
Where's Jabroki? Where is Jabroki? Look at that.
Yeah.
27. With all those combined, you're looking at around 15, 16. That's actually not that bad. With the 27 pulling you guys up pretty hard. You guys continue on through the forest, snapping twigs here and there. But otherwise, there's a lot of other little creatures snapping twigs and moving the leaves around here and there. So it's okay.
We're cosplaying as the other animals.
You're cosplaying as the other animals. All right. Let's see. Kaelor, because you got a 27, roll a d100 for me, please.
Alrighty.
59.
I'd like to add a plus 10 to that, please.
Can you? I don't
No,
think
I
you
just
can.
like to.
69. I see. So as you guys walk through and continue on, you are halfway to the actual library itself by the time you realize that you were led into a thicket that Kreshka was not paying attention to, as Kreshka just says, "God damn it. These things always change their locations, and it's hard to keep track. I apologize. Please move through this in a careful manner. Do not get stabbed by the thorns."
May I?
Just be quiet, please.
All my spells are quiet, so I'm just going to look in the direction of the library, and I'm going to cast Jungle Razor at 3rd level.
What's that?
100-foot line long. 100-foot long line, 5 feet wide, leaves a path of ash in its wake. Creatures can make a con save if they're in the area, but otherwise, magical plants plants just get destroyed. Magical plants take additional force damage and necrotic damage. Yeah. This will be at 5th level, so
You guys watch as Diov raises a hand, Archimedes raises a wing in the direction of the library, and very slowly you just watch a dissipation of the vegetation in front of you 100 feet. Well, that certainly will do it. Follow me. Come on. As you guys begin running through this 100 feet, the vegetation is already regrowing, slowly wanting that space back again, claiming it once more, but you are able to run through quickly. Does anyone say anything?
Go, 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 go.
can I grab a clipping of like just a random growing twig or whatever?
Make a acrobatics check because you don't want to get stabbed
You're
accidentally.
gonna
Yeah.
get stabbed.
Do it. Try it. See what happens.
Gonna go full Rapunzel right here.
14.
Sleeping Beauty.
Wait. I have feet. I need to check on it.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty.
What's the saving throw for this?
Not 14.
Okay. I'm adding a D10 to that then.
Go ahead and roll D10. You have to get a 4 or higher. Oh, so close. With that, you see the thorn growing as you're about to take a cutting, and like at first you didn't see it, and you just like it almost barely touches you. It's like at your like if you had hairs, you don't have hairs. I don't know. There's something on your metal that you like electrostatically detected it like a millimeter before it was about to puncture you, but you quickly pulled away and got your cutting of whatever it is that of these thorns that you wanted to take a cutting of. And you put that in a vial. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. You guys rush through the 100 yards, and there will be one more small distraction. Let's go with Muad. Go ahead and give me a D100.
I can't remember which one's bad.
Which one? What?
They're
I think
all
high
I
bad.
can't remember. Yeah.
High is normally bad. As you guys travel through, you can hear the sounds of a babbling brook, a moving water. It doesn't seem to be more than maybe 3 feet wide, but there's definitely a stream going through here that is mostly overgrown, lots of roots dipping into the stream, but the stream is moving fast enough that is preventing a lot of growth in it. It's beautiful, beautiful crystal clear water, little pools here and there, little fishies swimming back and forth. But otherwise, it's a pretty easy cross. If you would like to just cross it over or investigate a little bit, you're welcome to do whatever you like. Would anyone like to do anything?
We have to
I'll
cross
investigate.
over.
It's an easy. It's like a jump. But if you want to like stop and stay for a moment, investigate the water, grab
I'll
a
investigate
fish,
the
that
water.
might be. All right.
Fuck me.
Muad'Dib, you're still like traumatized by almost getting needled that you just don't investigate anything. Or
Water
you
has
step.
needles. The water has needles.
Needles everywhere.
You see something scary in the water and it like scares the frick out of you, and then you realize it was your reflection.
It's terrifying.
As for Diov, you notice in the water there is a lot of silt, but something gleams in the water, something shiny.
I mage hand it out.
Mage hand grabs it and pulls it out. It is a ring of some sort.
I will save that for later to ritually cast it.
All right, sounds good. You guys continue on unless anyone else has anything else.
Nope.
All right. You guys continue on, and I will be right back because I need to blow my nose. Talk amongst yourselves for the moment.
I feel
Blah
just
blah blah
do we
blah
wanna-
blah blah
spiritual
blah blah
level.
blah.
My nose is fucking.
So what do
Stuff
we
this
want to
out
do with
for
the
no reason.
solarium? Besides Bhranti, I know you wanted to do that gauntlet thing.
Well, I don't. But it really depends on how much we end up with at the end of the mining session.
Well, I think it also depends on if we can find a smith who knows how to use solarium, too.
I don't think that.
I don't.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't think we should really be blabbing, or not blabbing. Talking about this stuff too much.
All right, back.
I think it's kind of rare if not a lot of people knows how to use it, and we kind of don't really know this place.
No,
well
agreed.
enough yet.
What the
Definitely
at
agree.
the very least, the civilization before the land was raised had mines for it, so they definitely had it and have the knowledge somehow on how to craft it.
Yeah, but also mega bees.
True.
In
If we can
fine.
find a book, hopefully, that describes the process for forging and smithing it, then we, like I said, we have a friend who can do that.
True. Well, let's see what we can find in the library. Let's try to find a book.
What? Dude.
I am drawing the
Library.
building, and I have something to read. Deep within the lush, overgrown, temperate forests, you stumble upon ancient ruins, their stone walls intertwined with creeping vines. As you enter the ruins, the remains of a library come into view. The shelves, barren, and books reduced to pulp by time and moisture. However, the true jewel of this place is a magnificent, stained glass window at the far end, depicting what seems like a goddess in resplendent colors that cast an ethereal radiance upon the rest of the library. In the center of the chamber lies a colossal nest, unmistakably belonging to the Grendelkin. The forest's silence hints at the creature's absence, while the windows glow imparts a sense of reverence and beckoning wisdom. And I have a picture for you. All right, there you go.
Pretty.
It's pretty until you realize the humidity that's needed for plant survival is not good for books.
We do live in a world of magic.
I look at Diov's cloak to see how much of a boner he has right now.
The knowledge satiates a completely different appetite, Bhranti, but as I've told you throughout the years, if the offer's on the table...
It is not.
Bhranti did a religion check on the god.
Mhm.
Yep. Getting that to you in a moment. For the lore that you would know, this is, let me scroll. Sapientia, the goddess of knowledge and wisdom. She is often associated with the grand libraries of Thalassinian University, an ancient institution perched atop the cliffs overlooking the boundless sea of enlightenment, where scholars gather to seek her wisdom.
The question, would she be basically a like an avatar or a version of Mistra, or would she be, if she's knowledge, would she be like a different Pantheon version of Agma, or like a previous Pantheon, or is it just a completely different Pantheon and a different planet?
Different Pantheon, different planet.
So gods are just interchangeable.
Well, I had to swap over when we came through. Honestly, Bhranti, I have no idea how you have your powers.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
You're a cleric, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be kind of in the domain of your god to get those, right?
I told you
Yeah.
I was in the wrong dimension.
But my goddess Mistra is like the goddess of all magic, so she's everywhere. Even inside you. And
Can
she
I do
just
like
like blinks Maud did.
Would it be like an intelligence or like religion to see that if that is true?
Do a religion, yeah.
I just can't do intelligence, huh? Jesus.
Religion is intelligence based.
Yeah, but I don't have any benefits.
Are you adding a D4 to that or a D10 to that?
D10 is once per long rest, and I prefer not to get poisoned again.
I will give him. I'll give him a guidance in order to like, because he's clearly trying to seek something, and Bhranti loves that.
The DC
So,
is 16, so you need a +2 or more.
It's just
Do
guidance.
you want to roll it? It's a D4.
No, I haven't been rolling well tonight, so I don't want to.
Hey, look at that.
Hey.
You would know that some gods go by different names, and that even though you are on a different planet, some gods are in fact the same spirit or entity, even though it is known by a different name.
So,
so,
like
like,
Artemis versus Diana.
I have no idea about that reference.
Greek god.
Gotcha. Yes.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah, so like I assume like the major gods have avatars, but minor gods just don't apply. Hence Muad having to change.
Maybe.
I guess.
So in that
That's
case,
the reason
this
why I switched.
would be different pantheon, but would be around the same. It's the same idea as Ogma, though. It would be the same spirit.
I tried to make this similar to Mistra.
Wait,
Oh, to
is
Mistra.
Is this like the same like underlying spirit, but like at least on a surface level a different entity, or is it just that like, you know, in this universe it's called Jim and this one is called George?
Maybe we will explore that later on and find out more, but yes, with that concept of this one's named Jim, this one's named George, it's similar.
Yeah, they just wear a different outfit when they go to next door, I guess.
And it's not entirely like Mistra is known for knowledge and magic and stuff. This version of Mistra or Sapientia might be just a little tweaking, a little different. But anyway, Kreshka just says, well, here is the nest. Is there anything else that you need assistance of from me?
I don't believe so. I mean, we can meet you back at the mines at some point for.
Yes, I have one question.
Yes.
Do you know what a normal Grendelkin name is?
Normal Grendelkin. I don't even know what a Grendelkin was until recently.
Well, I don't know what plane I'm on still, so you know more than me. Well, I guess I'll just make something up.
I think we've connected that the Grendelkin is actually just a mutated Minotaur. So you're looking for a Minotaur name.
Bhranti, as she kind of realizes who the statue's of, she just sits crisscross applesauce at the bottom of it and just kind of attunes to it, if you will.
All right.
Sits with it, prays a little,
Do a little dance.
make a little love.
Get down tonight.
Suck the poison out tonight.
I thought we already did that.
There's always more poison. As seeing that this is, where we're at and we're getting ready to move in, I will bring up Detect Mad.
All right. As you cast Detect Magic, and Kreshka says his goodbyes and says he'll meet you back in the mines if you so desire to return, you pull up the Detect Magic, and as soon as you do, you hear something in one of the sections. So if you look at this, there is a section, I'm going to mark it with some red. Right here. Oh, right here. This red section is a literal hole in the wall. There is a quite literal hole in the wall, very large, that is letting in a lot of vegetative growth. But you hear what sounded like a snapping of a twig over by that section.
Approach with caution.
Spider, you approach.
I was gonna say investigation. Can I try and see what it is?
Perception check as you try to listen or see.
Can I
With that-
assist with the perception?
Absolutely. With that 32, and now I got to roll.
Oh boy,
Guys,
I see
The-
everything.
the amount of stealth this individual has is insane. And it would have
Well, it's
probably
embarrassing
beaten...
for them, isn't it?
It definitely is. You hear what sounds like a cough and maybe like a little bit of whimpering over here behind some vegetation. That cough and whimpering, it implies they are no bigger than medium size, maybe even small size.
I will slowly kind of walk up to them, Holy Avenger in hand, and like I will use the sword to pull back the bushes to look at them.
Do you have your divine spark going?
Oh yes, that was the other thing I wanted to say. I was divine sparking. Sounds like I'm doping, but
All right. As you approach, you immediately see a notched arrow aiming at your face, and you see 3 individuals. The elf and the minotaur individual are standing with notched arrows, and the dwarf individual is on the ground coughing and looks very ill. As the minotaur individual just says, "Stop right there. Who the hell are
I
you?"
will say Bhranti's eyes are fully glowing and she's like radiating divine power. And everyone who can perceive me immediately knows that I am divine.
I was gonna say above a 50, they would be too surprised and just shoot at you, but they like they're held back. They hold back for a moment, and like they're in awe of your divine nature.
Spider's hands are up, and she just points at Bhranti like she can help.
I will kind of just kneel down, looking at some of the wounds that the dwarven man, it's a man, yeah, dwarven man has.
Indeed.
And I will cast inflict wounds. No. Get fucked, bitch. No. I will cast cure wounds, but it will automatically cast at a 5th level. Because I forgot I had the same thing that Diov has.
All right. So the first thing that you notice upon this individual, they have wounds, and inside are little seedlings that seem to be growing vines inside their tissue and veins, and they're beginning to come out of the wounds themselves. This person, it's growing very slowly, very similar to the rate at which the jungle outside is growing. This individual is very much in peril, and although your cure wounds did something to help it, this person is dying without it.
Okay. Can I do? Would it just be like a medicine check or?
Yes,
Arcana,
medicine check to figure out yeah, medicine check absolutely to figure out what the hell is wrong. As they realize what you are doing and they lower their weapons. They still have an arrow notched, but it's not aimed at you now.
Guide yourself.
I'm gonna use. I was gonna use my inspiration to reroll that. And I will also guide myself.
Should set up a macro button for guidance.
I know. That's a little bit better. And D4. There you go. 27.
You have no idea at first what this is. It's such a rare disease that you've really only seen this maybe a couple of times when on other planes of existence that are much more hostile than the material plane. But in essence, I'm going to actually make a handout because that might even be better. And then I'll let you read it. Why is that in black and not in white? That's really strange.
Oh, why? You got something against black?
Okay.
Jesse?
It's a typing. All right. I'm going to let you read this.
A sylvan decay, transmission contact, exposure to contaminated water sources. Oh god, Jesse's gotten real nerdy on us. Virulence?
Virulence.
Virulence. Yep. Humanoids, animals, fey creatures, and plant creatures. Treatment score 150 HP, and the saving throw is a DC 26 con save. Poor guy. Sylvan Decay is a deadly and highly contagious disease that can rapidly spread through the temperate forest ecosystem. It is caused by a virulent, I really hate the fact that you used that again, strain of magical contamination in the forest water sources, affecting all who come into contact with them. Infected creatures initially develop discolored, mottled skin, and their vitality slowly wanes. As the disease progresses, their bodies become emaciated and plant-like growths erupt from their flesh. Victims become aggressive and are driven to infect others by spreading the contaminated water. Pure Sylvan Decay, a creature must dedicate hit points towards treatment equal to or greater than the disease treatment score. Affliction Day 1, you have epic disadvantage for all wisdom and intelligence checks. Affliction Day 2, you take 2d10 progressing necrotic damage while you are awake, 3d10 for the second hour, 4d10 for the third, etc. These are additive to your treatment score. If you die, become an epic twig light. And Day 3, death. Become an epic twig light. Okay, so I will say that as I'm kind of like poking and prodding gently at his wounds, trying to figure out how to fix, or if I can even fix it, or if killing him would be a better option. You guys all kind of see my brow furrow, and I was, kind of kneeled down before, but then I just kind of sit in front of him, like on my butt, and I'm kind of slowly trying to pull some of the plant threads out, gently, obviously not wanting to hurt him, and trying to get like a good idea on how to fix it. And would I assume that all of the HP restored to him would have to be restored to him all at once?
So, first things first. As you are inspecting and as you are touching him, there is definitely some bodily fluids, either a sneeze, a cough, or what have you, and it gets on you.
I am immune to disease.
This is an epic disease.
Okay.
Are you immune to epic diseases?
I don't.
Is there a rule that says?
I believe at certain levels, certain characters get immunity to epic diseases. Like monks definitely do, and I think clerics too. But you haven't hit that level yet, so
Not
roll
that
a con
I
save.
know of.
A cure disease gives you, I think, a plus 50 to the treatment score. So if you were to do a cure disease like 3 different times, that would be enough to cure this
Okay,
disease.
I see what you're saying. Okay. Let me roll. Would you say con?
DC 26.
Oh wait.
D4 from what?
Oh, I can't guide myself for.
Nope, only for checks, not for saving throws.
Yeah, blessed for saving throw.
And resistance.
Take a position. I do have advantage on this, but so it's 25. There's got to be. I have to have something that gives me a plus. What gives? Would you say? What are the two things? It's
Regardless, this individual is coughing and not doing well as the Minotaur individual just says, "Where the hell did you come from? Who are you individuals? How did you get here?"
Hi, Bhranti. Nice to meet you.
Spider.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yes, I do have resistance.
Okay.
So I will cast that. So it is 1d4, which makes my say 27.
So you have the resistance cantrip. You use that as a reaction, and
And I have advantage on con and wisdom's saving throws.
I will allow it.
What that looks like is she
Thank
snaps
you.
her fingers and she has a face mask.
Get off! Just gloves all of a sudden.
Don't touch me, I'm sterile.
I'm sorry. And you said it's the cure disease or whatever. Okay, you guys. Bhranti is really focused on what she's doing, so this man is like talking and she is not responding, basically.
I see one of you is equipped as a doctor, but that still doesn't answer the question. How are you guys so far into the jungle? Who are you?
Oh,
We're not from around here.
That's very rude. You haven't even introduced yourselves.
My name is Kaelin, and this here is Alira and Tharok. We are rangers from Seraphor. We trekked out about 5 days ago to do a routine check, and well, things got a little messy as he looks back at his dwarven companion Tharok.
Insight check.
Sure.
My familiar would like to help me.
All right.
Are
they proficient in insight?
She's like whispering.
It doesn't
He's a
matter.
big fat liar.
Yes, Bhranti.
Hi. Do you know when he was infected? How many days ago it was?
It's been about, I don't know, 30 hours. I think that's what it was.
No problem. You know, we're not getting too close to 72, so we've got time.
Except for that excessive damage he's taking every hour.
You don't know that.
Shut up, you.
Regardless, we've introduced ourselves. What are you guys doing out here? You know it's illegal to travel from Seraphor.
Actually, we're not from your world, so your laws do not apply to us.
Where is Seraphor?
It's the city on top of the plateau.
Okay. So then why are you out
and
here?
isn't that nearby the tavern with the rats in the basement?
This is the city we came from. They said that they are rangers, which we know are the people that are allowed to go out into the jungle. Your friend, the female Minotaur, she found us originally, and then we sort of made our way out.
So, you met Mordok. and she let you into the city. I'm sure the head guard had a field day with that.
Oh, he was lovely.
Yeah, he let us in as well. We were as helpful as one can be. I just a quick, you saying that, Jeremy, just made me think that we're sovereign citizens right now.
Oh, that was
Actually, we're
the feeling I was
traveling.
going.
Actually, we're traveling. I don't.
Well, our mission was to investigate the tram that fell and killed some individuals. We wanted
I
to
am
find
gonna-
if there was any.
Oh, you guys were the group that was sent out before. We're glad you're not dead.
Yeah, that is
Mostly not
I
dead.
assume Mordock let you know about that.
Right. Yes.
Kind of.
Can I
Well, we-
insight check that?
Of course, yeah.
Oh,
Is it the 10 or the 24?
it is the 10, unfortunately.
Yep, sounds accurate.
Yep.
Yes, we heard about that tragedy. What were you able to find?
I only report to Mordock and the other council members. Honestly, a lot of nothing is the truth of it. But as we were traveling through, we got into some fighting with some twig blights and made a few mistakes. They chased us around, and we got lost momentarily and had to regroup. But by that time, Theric here, he succumbed to the disease. We had one more that we sent off to go back to Seraphor to try and send for help, but that's been many hours now.
Who was your fourth?
One of the other rangers.
We need a little more of a description in case we run past them.
Are
I
you
wouldn't-
planning on going to Seraphor?
No, not for a
No,
while.
but descriptions are always nice.
Another individual looks kind of like me. Another Minotaur.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Oh, so you're also in search of your lost family.
What lost family?
no.
Oh, nothing. Never mind. Sorry, I took a beating to the head earlier.
Yeah, he's still kind of out of it.
Yeah,
Ah.
this were large, evil little buggies that tried to kill our friends. But, you know.
We're still here.
You must have been close to the mines then. Again, how did you
Yes.
travel in the jungle safely?
Like I said, we're
Um,
badass.
Whoa, ho, ho, it's magic.
Brazen.
Carefully, and we're really good at making friends.
Oh, you
Clearly.
know what they say. Nothing a fireball and a revivify can't solve.
Yeah, that's all fun and good until your resources are gone and you have no way to rest.
We have a place to rest. You're welcome to come to stay with us tonight if it would make your lives a little easier.
Quick question. Is Mordock Ironhorn? Is she the one that was with you, or no?
No, she was staying back at Seraphor to talk with the council members. They apparently have a meeting of some sort. I'm sure she's dealing with the reports and all that to them.
Does she often go out alone into the jungle?
Generally, no. We travel in groups to prevent things like this from happening, as he points again to his poor companion.
Interesting. When she found us, she was alone.
Huh. But she was near Seraphor, right?
Fairly close, I believe. She flew us up. Does this mean anything to you at all? Will minor illusion the simulacrum of the Grendel?
That looks like a pretty fierce beast, but no, not something I've seen before.
Interesting.
The beasts around Seraphor, they're more dinosaur in nature, if that means anything to you.
I know, sower. I don't understand this word. No,
There's dinosaurs.
where's the archway, Jesse, that you were...
In the corner of the building, like over in this section.
How far away from our current group?
30 feet at most.
Excuse me, and I'll walk over. I will start ritually casting Identify on the archway and on the...
All right, sounds good. That's, 10 minutes?
Yep.
All right, sounds good. As you approach the archway, the thing that you notice, is this. You know those puzzles that have a 3x3 grid, and with one section that you can that is open, so you can start moving the glyphs all around? That is what you see here.
Okay.
All right, beer pack. I need to blow my nose again. Sorry, guys.
You're okay.
No, you're okay.
It's allergy season.
So I'm I'm assuming Jesse does it mean a spell called Cure Disease since it's not a spell in 5e?
I thought it was.
Nope, it's a spell in like 3.5 edition.
Lesser Restoration can cure diseases generally.
That's what I think would be the equivalent.
A lesser restoration would be like a 50 HP.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because you said...
had originally Cure Disease, which is
Yeah.
not a spell in 5e. So
Is it really?
yeah, it's like a 3.5e spell.
Oh wow, I thought there was a cure disease, but maybe cure poison and
No,
disease.
there's remove poison.
Interesting. All right.
I know, because when you said that, and I was like, do I have Cure Disease? And then I went on like a little typing rampage over here, like, am I crazy? Like, is there not? And then I was like, oh, there isn't a Cure Disease.
Yeah, it's just detect poison and disease, not cure.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's no...
All right, so yeah,
Yeah,
restoration.
so I think that's what Lesser Restoration is for, I believe.
Yeah, then that would be a 50 HP to the treatment.
Okay. Now, Lesser Restoration is a level 2 spell. I automatically cast it at 5th level. Does that give me like an added...
Yeah, 10 HP per level. Above 2.
So 10, so 30, so 80.
Indeed.
So I still think I still have to... Oh no, I only have to cast it twice then, right? Yeah.
80 plus 80 is 160, and what do we say? 30 something. I think we said 32 hours.
32 hours. What? Oh, yeah, because you said it was 150 HP that needed to get put towards it.
He's adding more HP.
All right, so that 10 is nullified because it went into the 160. So everything beyond that, so that is 40, 78, and 116. So you need 116 more.
Plus the 28 she cured wounds on him earlier, so...
Plus the 28, yep,
That brings it out to 76?
86.
86, okay.
So okay, then I will cast another Cure Wounds. I'm like moving around his body not Cure Wounds, another Lesser Restoration as I'm like moving around his body. And then as he's obviously looking and feeling better, as like a slight little finishing move Bhranti is just going to give him a little forehead kiss and cast just healing word.
All right.
That gets upcast to 5th level too.
Yeah.
So just roll a 5th
Yeah.
level, just so you have the numbers.
For you, anything. 5th level healing word.
And pretty much one more lesser restoration.
Okay. Thank you
Wow.
so much.
That is actually
That was-
exactly that. Oh, I know it's 70. It's close enough. So one more lesser
Ugh.
restoration is enough.
Fine.
And over the course of the next maybe 20 or so minutes, Bhranti is doing multiple different things to Thorok as the other individuals, Kaelin and Elira, are watching in just kind of hoping and praying for their friend's quick revival. Diov, you are off in the corner doing Identify on the ring as well as the doorway. And the doorway is what's interesting right now. You are able to see that the doorway is not identifiable. You would know that it is in fact a locking mechanism much greater than something like an arcane lock and whatnot. It is meant to guard and hold tight something inside. You assume it has something to do with the goddess of wisdom and intellect.
I swear to God, if there are demons in the wall. So bad.
Do I get anything off of the puzzle? Like, are there images on them that should be put in a specific order, or?
Absolutely. Let me show you first what the ring looks like in the chat.
Nice.
It is a ring of evasion. This ring has 3 charges. It regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. When you fail a dexterity saving throw while wearing it, you can use your reaction to expend one of its charges to succeed on that saving throw instead.
Anyone have an open attunement slot that would like?
Uh,
I mean, there is a feat where you can get an extra attunement slot. So if anybody, I would, if nobody wants it, I would use it probably when we get that.
Okay.
I would say just hold on to it then.
Before you, Diov, stands an enigmatic puzzle, a 3x3 grid of ancient stone plates adorned with cryptic glowing glyphs. The plates are embedded within the threshold of a grand arched doorway, beyond which lies something unknown. Each plate bears one of 8 intricate sigils. And there is a 9th empty slot, inviting you to complete the sequence. These sigils seem to pulsate with an inner luminescence, casting gentle ethereal light across the chamber. Let's see. So, I can describe the glyphs to you. The first one, the glyph presents a tapestry of intricate arcane symbols interwoven with their simpler counterparts, hinting at the profound mysteries that unfold when the simplest truths are unraveled. And I'm going to pop that bad boy right there. So that's the first glyph. And if you want to continue, we can continue.
Yeah, I mean, like looking over them, I would be sharing this information with Bhranti to see if it connects to any lore she knows about Mistra, as well as like going back on my own mind palace of information as to if any of these like spark any allegories or stories, teachings and learnings that I've heard of.
Can
Go
I
ahead and
do
give
like
me-
a?
I was going to say, give me an Arcana check.
Would this be at advantage? Because Mishra's like my homie.
Well, Diov doesn't need it. You would understand. You would understand that this is a glyph of understanding. It is meant to be like a. It is meant to show understanding. The next one, which I will also give you because you rolled so high, a humble figure stands in the shadow of an immense ancient tree. their silhouette merging with the roots, symbolizing the surrender of ego to the vast wisdom of the natural world. Humility. The next one is humility. As you continue looking at the glyphs, I will copy and paste. The next one. Outstretched arms blends with the swirling cosmos, where boundaries dissolve, signifying the merging of the individual with the infinite and the ultimate transcendence of worldly limitations. As you look at these glyphs and look at the surrounding the 3x3 grid, you notice it's a progression from left to right, then left to right the middle spot, and then left to right the bottom section. There is something that is progressing. Seems like steps or a pathway to something, and it's up to you to put all these glyphs in the right order.
Okay. Do I need to know them all, or is there a roll I can make to put them into the right order?
You can ask, and I shall begin giving them. And I'm going to copy and paste. Sorry, I'm blowing my nose like here and there. All right. Balanced upon a scale, the elements of nature commune in equipoise, illustrating the delicate equilibrium that pervades existence, inviting recognition of the symphony within all things. Each of these is their own glyph, their own square.
There's 8 of them. It's the 8 schools of magic.
It is so most certainly not. An hourglass appears, its upper chamber filled while the lower remains empty, portraying the tranquil dance of time and urging those who seek wisdom to wait for the flow of enlightenment. And we're going to continue with this one. 2 hands, one cradling the other, reach out in a tender embrace. Beneath them, the form of a fallen figure is barely discernible, invoking the profound empathy that arises when one offers solace to another. And this one. Balanced upon a scale, the elements of nature commune in... Oh, did we already cover this? We already covered this one.
Yep.
Damn it. There we go. This is the one that I missed. This one and the one last one. Beneath the shade of an ancient tree, a meditating figure contemplates the cosmos, and ripples form in a tranquil pond below, beckoning those who ponder the interconnectedness of inner and outer worlds. And then lastly, did I miss one? 2 hands, cradle. This one. I think this is the last one. All right. The glyph captures the essence of perfect clarity with a single immaculate droplet of water, reflecting the world in its pristine simplicity, embodying the revelation found in purity of thought. Diov, as you finish reading the last glyph, Bhranti, you are able to cure this individual who is currently unconscious, but the wounds are slowly healing. The plants or weeds that are within their skin are rescinding, and you can see Elira and the other guy, I can't remember his name already, Kaelin, are looking in awe at your expertise as they say, Jesus, you're better than Kriblix's superior potions. No, his supreme potions. I could have never imagined that.
I mean, potions heal damage, but don't cure disease. So it's an unfair advantage that you're giving me, but I'll take it.
Bhranti, during this moment of happiness, and Elira is also kind of tearing up at this point, you hear the sounds of something very loud way off in the distance. We're talking like a mile away.
I
Very
perk
low
up, like,
guttural growl.
I perk up kind of like a meerkat. Stand up. I still have like nitrile gloves and N95 on, and I look in the direction of the sound, and I'm like, he's coming.
Make a perception check.
Can I give her assistance?
Sure.
Guidance.
With that
26.
26, hold on. Gonna see. Oh, only barely got to the mute button. All right.
Bless you.
Oh God, my allergies are killing me. With that 26, you are very certain that was not a Grendlekin. Much bigger.
Oh.
Much bigger.
Just kidding. It's not him. Something much bigger is coming. What kind of big things live in the forest? If you could just start rattling them off to me, and I will kind of extrapolate from what I'm hearing, because he is on his way. Anyone? Anyone?
Could I do a history check to see if it sounded like those tree creatures that we fought earlier? Or would that be a nature check?
I would allow nature.
Can we allow history?
No.
Okay.
Hello?
I will take an 18.
Kaelor would like to put mage armor on himself.
Good call.
So smart.
Hello, native people. I understand you're very excited your friend is not dead. However, we might all be dead here if you can't help me extrapolate what is coming towards us.
If I had to guess, it's one of the top predators here in Seraphor, in the Namakwa Desert. A creature with spines on its back. If you're familiar with a T-Rex and Spinosaurus, as well as a Stegosaurus, it's some kind of a combo between them. But extraordinarily fast and able to throw its spikes at us, while also delivering shrieks that pierce through, causing psychic trauma in our heads.
Okay.
Diov, honey, what you doing over there?
The best thing to do right now is hide.
We're not great at that.
We can certainly try.
Wait. Okay. Okay. Can y'all all shut up? And go hide in the bush.
Are we technically we're inside?
Yeah, but there's a massive gaping hole right here, so like...
Gladly, I will gladly go and hide.
Diov, sorry, my thought was that Diov was,
working on the glyphs?
Diov, the glyphs, does it look like they're to a door, like it'll open a door?
Indeed, yes.
Okay, then I am going to put all of my effort into helping Diov figure this out. Because I feel like if we open the door, that means we can go into somewhere that the monster is not intelligent enough to get into.
I mean, also, how do y'all feel about hiding in infinitely black spheres?
How inconspicuous would that even be?
I mean, if it's already in a dark corner, fairly.
Just throwing you.
How about we try to get the door? If that fails, you do the shadow thing. How about that?
Okay.
All right.
Very comfy in Black Sphere. I spent a lot of time in Black Sphere.
Yeah, not all of us have, buddy boy.
With those Arcana and Religion checks, does anyone want to take a stab at it without rolling? I mean, I'll always allow that your characters are smarter than you.
Sorry, okay, so where did you leave off, Diov?
Outstretched arms blend with the swirling cosmos where boundaries dissolve, signifying the merging of the individual with the infinite and the ultimate transcendence of worldly limitation.
So you realize that the first one, The glyph presents a tapestry of integrated arcane symbols, yada yada. That is a reference to understanding. And the second one is a reference to humility. The third one, which is outstretched arms, with that Arcana check, I will give you transcendence is the word. And with the other Arcana check, with the balanced upon a scale, that one is harmony.
So
Now,
which one?
go ahead.
Sorry, I was just wondering which ones that we still need then.
5 through 8. An hourglass appears, its upper chamber filled with the lower remains empty, betraying the tranquil dance of time and urging those who seek wisdom to wait for the flow of enlightenment.
Hourglass appears. Upper chamber filled.
And Jesse, while she's thinking about that, given that we know these
Patience?
first 4, do they sound like, to Bhranti, do they sound like any like a code that she would know of in like the Mistra school of divination?
Is the third one patience? Or sorry, an hourglass appears. Is it patience?
It is
Woo!
patience.
The next one. Read it.
2 hands, one cradling the other, reach out in a tender embrace. Beneath them, the form of a fallen figure is barely discernible, invoking the profound empathy that arises from one offers solace to another.
Empathy?
That's what I was thinking too, but it has the word empathy in it.
My other thought is
Compassion?
friendship.
Compassion, yeah.
Compassion.
Friendship, compassion.
Doing good.
But not right.
Nope, that was correct.
Okay,
That is
compassion. All right, then beneath the shade of an ancient tree, a meditating figure contemplates the cosmos and ripples form in a tranquil pond below, beckoning those who ponder the interconnectedness of inner and outer world.
Retrospective.
Divine. Find this.
Stillness. Thoughtfulness.
Infinity.
Mindfulness.
Let me know when you have a final answer.
Openness.
You know what? Here's my final answer, Jesse. Booyah!
With that 30, it is reflection.
Reflection.
Ah, like the pond.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And the last, the glyph captures the essence of perfect clarity with a single immaculate droplet of water, reflecting the world in its pristine simplicity, embodying the revolution found in purity of thought. Knowing, knowledge.
Arcane?
Let me know what your final answer is.
Embodying the revelation found in purity of thought. Innocence.
There, final answer?
Could we have a repeat of the one last time?
The glyph captures the essence of perfect clarity with a single immaculate drop of water, reflecting the world in its pristine simplicity, embodying the revelation found in purity of thought.
Can I do like a Arcana or religion check to see if innocence is a good answer? Is the right one?
As you figure it out, It is not a good answer. It does not follow the trend. And as you fail that check, well, you've succeeded, but you failed the thing, you hear the sounds of more growling as well as a bellow that rumbles the earth around you. You know that one of those roars was the Grendelkin.
Oh,
And
maybe
they
he'll kill all the
seem
evil things.
to be moving closer to you all, along with whatever the other apex predator is doing.
Okay. Single immaculate
With
drop
that
it, abort it.
36,
Yes, I will allow you to know it is lucidity.
I would have never guessed that. Lucidity.
No.
All right.
I was like, that's a word. Sure.
Jeremy, I see you have it in Discord. Could you update all those in
just
Discord?
putting it right.
And great, you have all the glyphs. Now it's time to put them in order.
Is there any this was I had this question earlier. Is there any hint to that in the stained glass windows?
Ah, I am going to need a religion check.
That I will help Bhranti look at the window.
One hand on her Mistra symbol, the other on the stained glass. She peers into it and.
Sorry, I was gonna have somebody else help her, and then I have a different feature I wanted to use. And that is, you can still guide yourself, but my is historian, and when I use the help action to aid another creature's ability check, I can make a DC 15 history check. Boom. And then that's a +6 to her roll.
Wow. Right. With that, Bhranti, you know that this entity, whoever they are, Mistra also has a similar thing, but this is obviously talking about a pathway to enlightenment. And the puzzle that you see in front of you are the 8 steps to enlightenment for this deity. They are in a jumbled order, and it is your job to rearrange these glyphs into the correct order.
Okay. UHPHPCRL. Nope.
Going the easy route. Trying to look for that.
While they're figuring this out, I would like to sneakily go outside of the library and try to keep an eye out for the apex predator and the Grendelkin.
All right, give me a perception check. Okay, with that 21, it seems like you're getting a decent eye on things. You can definitely feel the rumbling generally get a little bit stronger and stronger. It seems like something is happening. But yeah. We will wait for the next roll to see exactly what happens. Bhranti, what are you doing?
Looking. I'm assuming humility is first. And my thought would be transcendence is last. Perhaps humility, compassion and patience could be very close. And then I would assume understanding.
I feel like lucidity comes close to the end as well.
Yeah, and then maybe understanding, harmony, reflection. Or no, sorry. Lucidity.
I would say reflection, lucidity, understanding.
You don't think transcendence is?
No, I mean those in that order. I would put lucidity before understanding. And I mean, I put reflection before in an earlier slot, but that's just my thought. But I have no idea. This could be, it's, what, a 64, 1 in 64.
Again, you are more than welcome to roll because your characters might be smarter than you, and you can do a religion check in order to figure this out.
I wish I was better at religion.
I will do the same thing and give you a +6. If I roll.
Okay. Bhranti, with that religion, you realize that,
30.
yes, it is first understanding, then humility,
Okay.
then compassion, then clarity, patience, harmony, reflection, and then transcendence last. As you begin moving things around, you notice that one of the squares, when you move the glyph and it like slides over, there is a hole in that the wall for something.
Surprise.
It is not a trap yet, but it maybe could be.
I'm going to look at
Please.
the Goddess of Knowledge and Wisdom and see if perhaps there's like a key or something embedded in her image.
Or if it matches like the size and shape of Bhranti's holy symbol.
That too.
It does indeed match Bhranti's holy symbol.
Well, how diggity damn.
Okay, everyone, come close.
As
Okay,
you are
okay.
moving things around, one of the glyphs is not moving. It seems to be stuck. Not because of like a magical effect, but a mechanical effect. These things have seized up, it seems. You're going to need an athletics check to move it.
Should I try that?
I guess I can help you.
Okay. Ready?
A mage hand pat you on the back.
Oh, thanks, Diov.
With that 27, you are able to tink, and the glyph moves, and you are able to continue moving things wherever you need to do that. And as you put it into the transcendent, or put them into the right order, and you find the one section that has the little hole, you place your
Holy symbol? My
holy
amulet?
symbol into the section that fits perfectly, as you hear a very loud as the door gently slides.
Everybody inside now. Everybody inside.
Quick.
You hear, you see the three individuals kind of carrying their unconscious companion, or two individuals carrying their unconscious companion, with you guys going into whatever doorway this leads. But as you stand in the ancient ruins, quickly rushing into this door, the air becomes charged with tension and a sense of awe as the forest around you erupts into chaos. The distant sounds of nature's fury echo through the dense foliage, filling your ears with a thunderous symphony of roars, growls, and grunts. Invisible to your eyes, except for maybe Kaelor, which I will get to, a colossal battle unfolds beyond the veil of leaves and branches. The earth trembles beneath the colossal weight of immense combatants. Trees snap and splinter as they are but mere twigs in a tempest. The very ground quakes with each titanic stride, sending vibrations through your feet. A symphony of primal fury ensues. Deep, rumbling roars and thunderheads colliding in the sky punctuate the crescendo of the battle. You can hear the ferocious snarls and guttural growls of the combatants, punctuated by the bone-crushing impacts of their clashes. Just as soon as it began, everything is quiet. Kaelor.
Kaelor
Yep.
could hear me in his head say, "Get your tiny little bat ass back in here."
Kaelor, I'm going to need you to roll initiative to see who gets higher.
Okay.
Jesse really wants to see what character Dan came up with.
Kaelor is booking it incredibly fast, just in time for you to close the door, Bhranti, and the thing that you see is an even larger than before
A Mama
Grendelkin
Grendelkin.
coming. It's the same Grendelkin, but just a little
Oh,
bit
God.
more larger, with a carrying the carcass of an immensely large dinosaur-like creature that seems to still be spitting out blood and bleeding, but is very much either unconscious, dead, or dying. As it pulls it into the library, you hear the munching and crunching as it begins to feed as you close the door nice and quiet. With that click,
Okay.
you guys look around the room. It is pitch black darkness.
Can I see
Except-
out?
It sure isn't.
All
Because
right,
Bhranti glows.
that's
can
right.
Can I see out the door at all?
No, the door is shut.
I will also cast light
Okay.
on my staff to help out as well.
The only thing within this room, you can tell that the room around you, Bhranti, because you are divine, is very much hallowed. This is a sacred place. And on a pedestal in the center of the room lies what looks to be a pristine book.
I will walk towards it.
This book seems to be an important relic for Sapentia, and is known as the Codex of Eternal Enlightenment. It will take you some time to investigate, but it seems that you have some time while the
Yeah.
Grendelkin enjoys its dinner.
If we know anything about him, he will fall asleep after he eats. So,
Diov
I
is
would be
100% over your shoulder reading as well. Like he's like a read the page at a time, so he just like blinks and he knows it, and then he just like sits there and waits for you to.
I
Such a
I
gentleman.
kick him away. You don't get to read my holy books.
It's a
It doesn't matter.
I will proofread it, and then if I feel that you are enlightened enough to read it, I'll let you have it.
disintegrate.
As you go,
Not on
as
Bhranti,
you-
on the book.
oh well, it's a relic, so oh well. So this magical tome, known as the Codex of Eternal Enlightenment, is a masterpiece of divine knowledge and wisdom, a gift from Sapientia herself to her most devout followers. Bound in iridescent azure leather adorned with golden filigree, the book emanates an aura of wisdom and intellect. As you touch its cover, a faint sensation of cooling, calming waters envelops your senses. Bhranti, please go to the secondary voice channel.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
Well, she's doomed.
Gotta say, that is a cool ass graphic for the book.
It's pretty dope.
It is.
I'd read that book.
Well, depending on what happens with Bronte, you might not want to.
Oh, I'm talking about me, Brad. I very much would like to read that. I don't care if it's a curse book. I want to read a magic book.
All books are magical, Brad.
Yeah,
They all
but most of the ones-
transport you to a new world.
Yeah, but all the ones I have are Stephen King.
Well, you need to branch out more. Go read some of my sister's books.
Oh, I will. Drop the name for the viewers while you're at it.
CSE Cooney. She's a World Fantasy Award winner. Her latest novel is also nominated for a World Fantasy Award this year.
Nice.
Very nice.
That book is called Saint Death's Daughter. Go check it out. It's got necromancers and magic and death and love, and it's amazing.
Hell yeah. But the reason I have so many Stephen King books is library was holding an auction. Not an
Oh,
auction,
nice.
like a thing, and they're like, "Oh, I have a bunch of copies. Here's 300 Stephen King books." It's like, oh fuck.
What's your favorite so far?
Series is definitely Dark Tower. Complete story, 100% The Stand. Although that was kind of, it hurts me to read that one now, considering 2020.
Yeah.
I really like a lot of his short story collections. My favorite short story is actually Blockade Billy. There's no like supernatural stuff in it. It's just unbelievably real. As in, it scares me now, and I'm glad I didn't read it when I played sports.
Mm.
Story, I don't want to spoil too much about it because it's really good. But it's about a catcher in baseball who is really good for some reason, and a lot of people tend to get hurt in very common situations.
Hmm.
Also, not a huge fan of it.
For clown reason?
For the weird sexual parts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get you there.
Yeah, definitely is a coked out era.
I'm surprised I didn't get more into Stephen King, because I used to love reading the Fear Street books when I was a teenager.
That's not good. Not you, just rolling in the background. Fear Street. Is that like Goosebumps?
It was like the YA version of Goosebumps.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
I think it was it still written by R.L. Stine? I think so.
I don't get how that man can write so fast. Like R.L. Stine. Like, I know they're all like children's books, but like there's like 5,000 Goosebumps books.
It could be that there's more than one person writing under the same name.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure. But at the same time, they're...
Some are mid
Yeah.
at best.
But also, there's also people that just churn that shit out,
Yeah,
Some people
fuck
just
you,
don't
George
stop
R. R.
writing.
Martin.
Yeah. Fear Street books was R.L. Stine.
Wow.
Let's see how
Honestly, he
many...
probably just upped some of the Goosebumps books. I don't know which ones came first.
Or
It
it
was
was just one of
Goosebumps was
those.
first, for sure.
Well, it could also be one of those. This seems like it might be a bit too much for kids. Maybe I should write a different series.
Yeah.
So it looks like he wrote 37 Fear Streets between 1990 and 1997.
Jeez. That seems like it might be too much for one person.
Well, how long are they normally?
I don't remember exactly. It's been a long time.
Is maybe like a book a month, maybe around that. That's not too hard if they're not too long or some relatively easy.
Uh, an average reader. Let's see here. Fear Street novel. So one of them called "Can You Keep a Secret" was 272 pages.
Yeah, like you could probably do that in a month. I mean, it doesn't seem too ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
Tom Clancy and Dick Wolf fucking churn out 500-page books every 2 months.
Oh, he just he released in 2020 Fear Street: The Beginning, The New Girl, The Surprise Party, and The Overnight. So he's still churning shit out. Fucking R.L. Stine.
What a guy.
Let me see. I'm gonna look up R.L. Stine and see how many books he's fucking written in his whole career.
I remember Goosebumps was like maybe 100 pages.
Yeah, they were pretty. I mean, they were meant to get kids in.
I think my favorite book series, because of how it worked out, was 39 Clues, where basically every book was just written by a different author. And it all kind of worked, which is crazy. They also had trading cards, so, 12-year-old me fucking loved the trading cards.
R.L. Stine has written more than 200 thriller and horror books for children's, teens, and adults. R.L. Stine, R.L. Stine has published 492 books.
God damn.
He won his first, wrote his first novel in 1986, and then a couple years later created Fear Street, and then created Goosebumps. So it was Fear Street first. Sold over 350 million books internationally, making him one of the best-selling children's authors in history.
I can't imagine why. Honestly, there's one Goosebumps book that's just burned into my brain. I don't remember the name of it, but it was one about the camera that only photographed death.
Oh yeah, it was like a bad news camera.
Yeah, that one was great.
Yeah. They made that one into an episode of the TV show.
Yeah, not surprised.
I think it's just called like Say Cheese and Die.
Yeah,
I remember
they made
this.
like 3 of those. Yeah.
All right.
All right, cool. We were talking about R.L. Stine.
Yeah.
You're mostly sneezing. Like that's literally the majority of what we talked about.
The whole time.
Oh man.
Is the book in my hand still, and does it still look the same?
It does.
You guys hear Bhranti just go, and she just keeps reading the book.
Oh, okay.
You guys stay in this section for a while. You sit down. Although it is cool and not very inviting, you feel safe in whatever sanctuary this is. You wait and wait until the Grendelkin eats his fill and leaves. And I believe that is a good place for us to end for tonight.
I don't know. If it seems like it's gonna be more than a few hours for him to eat and chill and fart and whatever, then I would have sent us to our to the planar man.
Okay, yeah. I would say the planar mansion would probably be a good idea while you wait.
Bhranti will not go in. It's nothing personal. She's just in a safe space. And she will be abusing that safe space.
I'll bring you some dinner.
I'll hang out with Bhranti, keep watch, and make sure the mansion's fine.
I don't think the dinner can be taken out of the mansion, really. Right?
Mine it can. It's not a magnificent mansion. It's an extra plane that I.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
It's my epic feat. Remember.
That is right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. If you are listening, we appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. You know the whole deal. And then we have a Discord channel that will be in the description. Please, if you want, join the Discord and we can talk. It's very nice whenever new people come into our Discord and ask us questions about like Rise of the Drow or epic levels. It's always fun, good times. And anything to add, anyone?
What time are you
No
going to
way.
be playing, or is it just going to be random?
It's random. We're in the busy
Okay.
season of work, so I'm taking OT here and there. So boring work stuff, but yeah. I'll post in the Discord whenever I'm going live.
All
Okey
right.
doke.
Well, until next week, good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Good night.